bullshit keep popping off, we're gonna fucking evacuate you and you're gonna get the fuck out of Dodge. You know what I mean? The sad part about this is what's happening. So much power and so much money and so much poor people and every the government is doing their best now. Finally they're trying to step in. Like he mentioned, he mentioned, the last brother mentioned, because I remember the stories. I was in middle school going into high school. I remember the stories of going to Atlanta and Freaknik and all that. Like, that's been the vibe for so long. But now, they on some cleanup, because it literally will be the Black Hollywood.
Listen to what you're saying, brother. Freaknik was more about sexual energy. The reason why Freaknik could go, but listen, the reason why it could go on for so long is because it was a lot of sexual energy. It wasn't an overwhelming amount of violence. Now, the reason why they shut it down is because it started becoming too violent. This is why all this strip club culture, this is why all this shit is finna stop. I'm telling you, when I moved to Atlanta, the strip club shit was beautiful. It was Southern hospitality. But guess what happened?
Bobby, I'm gonna piggyback off because you know I was born and raised in the South. In Uniontown, Alabama, they had their own version of the Freaknik too. Every year the shit got more and more violent. And that's when the shit is shifting.
Yeah, because hold
on, real quick. In Chicago, we got a thing called a Taste of Chicago. They had to shut that down because, like Sanchez saying, gradually these events get more and more violent. And what we find happening in Atlanta now with the strip club thing, that was set on a violent table because it's all surrounded around the dope boy culture and the street culture and all that. So it's already embedded in with violence.
But Miami is also, listen what I'm saying. When y'all was hearing Killer Mike saying, when we go to Miami, we got people that don't look like us on here. I don't think a lot of like money is going nowhere. I think they're trying to give it to the corporation. Y'all just hear Magic City. Y'all hear Magic City. This is an old man, hold on, this is an old black man, actually named Magic, who done passed this club down.
Shit.
No, I'm telling them, Good. So I'm trying to tell y'all, like,
Embryo.
they're trying to take that out of his hands right here.
Clever.
Hold on, wait. Hold on.
Damn.
Hold on, J-Mac, I got you, J-Mac.
Go ahead, Sanchez.
Salutes to T-Rock. When we dealing with Atlanta issues, I'm gonna let him speak on it too. And I'm finna pass it to you, J-Mac. T-Rock, tell me there ain't been a lot of shootings around Magic City.
Damn!
It's been a hell of a lot of It's been a hell of a lot.
I can't be this bad. I used to kill this.
But a white and have a police like escort around them, but like anybody, if they go clean it up, they go clean it up. Because what I'm trying to tell y'all, they tried to do this in Buckhead with Crack 21, and it was a white man that owned that, and them folks was kicking me, they was coming up there, they was like, y'all, we don't care. Y'all is not shutting us down. And even it's Asian sex massage spas around the area, they try to shut down. They can't even get that shut down.
And that's the point.
He's making good points, man.
Yeah, that was the point that I was trying to get to.
What I'm trying to say to this brother is this. Atlanta is all about new real estate, brother. Think about how Bobby.
Atlanta is about historical stuff.
Why don't we have a
Let me get this one off.
No, sir. Miami don't.
I won't get it off then. Okay.
Miami.
No, you're gonna be able to, you're gonna let this be on the end. Let's let J-Mac and Bobby go back and forth because he's struggling.
That's what I said. Miami has been my Bobby. I listen to you. I respect you. We come from the same generation. But why is it that Miami can have all the darkness, all the deceit, all the death, everything?
Damn it.
But how come, but when it comes to Atlanta, quote unquote black Atlanta, quote unquote black Hollywood, we can't have that.
I really want to answer that. That's a good
Mind you got a Florida in the building.
That's
you can drop whatever bomb you want, and I can let you know what time it really is and what one of the bigger differences is.
See, you know who alone, man.
White folks. Yeah, I'm all white folks. It's already out there. Lawyer.
That's a good question, boy.
But here's where I come in. The question is, why are white people so mad right now? Why are they envious?
Hold on,
Everybody, hold on 1 second. Thinker Heist asking another good question, but the panel about to get overwhelmed because you got a lot of people want to answer all these good questions. So look, I'm gonna answer what's called good question first, right? And then I'm gonna be brief and I'm gonna move it on. He said, why is this possible in Miami, right, Bobby? And not Atlanta. Bobby, where you at?
I'm still.
Bobby, we both gonna answer. I'm gonna go real brief right quick, right? Go ahead, brother. I'm mute up. Why is gambling more acceptable in Vegas than it is my city of Birmingham in the Bible Belt?
Oh my God! Drop a bomb.
Now you did that. Oh my
God! I'm done. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, man, this is so fire, right? This gonna answer a lot of mysteries tonight. Salute to you, brother. And I'm not. Oh yeah. And this is what I'm saying to y'all. So I'm giving down.
One flip up there, keep it easy. It sound like niggas can't have nothing. Niggas can't have nothing. That's what it sounds like.
Again, J-Mac, you already know that. But now, J-Mac, you know me and you a coon when we go to saying that, right? Can you admit that? Can you admit that we are coons when we go to saying shit like niggas can't have nothing?
Why? Why are y'all cooning?
Before we answer the why, can you admit that we go in the coon umbrella first before we go to the why though?
Then I realized. No, I can't. It's big.
Okay,
I can't
go there. Let's debate. Let's talk about that.
No, you gotta understand what I'm saying. Cause while I'm
I don't want to be in the coon box. I'm with my brother J-Mac. Yeah.
No,
damn.
It ain't that, but what it is. See, when y'all move to Florida, you have to in history that Florida actually do have that a lot of people might not know, some people do know, whatever, but if people really into like history, Florida used to be a lot bigger than what it actually is at one point. Okay? Now, when we get out of the geography, we get into a little bit more of the history of things. Everybody's one favorite gangster movie, Scarface. What color was that? Down south. Cocaine Cowboy. Real history. That is not something that is like fake. That was real. And what actually is the facts of the whole documentary that they ain't showed was the influence that we as blacks had in the whole movement. Because you can't believe everything you see on TV. It might be more soft and they'll never show enough stuff. They'll never get them to excuse me like they supposed to. What you're saying, brother, not to cut you off. What you're saying is that, because see, here's what you're saying, but you're not saying. See, the difference between Atlanta and the difference between Florida is the tax laws. The tax laws. So if you get money, back in the day, you was able to get money like Scarface, even though it was a movie, but it happened, like you said, real time. Cocaine Cowboy, you get money, you influence the lawyers. If Sanchez can pull up videos with Blue Da Vinci and all that in Florida with people, you could do what you want to this day. My thing is now it's a so-called Black Hollywood, and it's been a homosexual thing for I don't know how long. They got rid of can't remember the word, but the point is like why now?
Brother, here's what I'm trying to tell you. Listen, I'm sorry I got cut off, but I'm going to say this real quick. When I moved to Atlanta in the early 2000s, it was still a thing of Southern hospitality. Right now, when you look at the violence in Atlanta, it's not actual people from Atlanta. You see what I'm saying? Atlanta has become so saturated with Chicago niggas, Florida niggas, Texas niggas,
Detroit, Alabama niggas.
You feel me? Everybody that's in Atlanta right now is coming from New Orleans. Like, listen, I was in Atlanta when the fucking hurricane happened. Do you know how much violence came when niggas from New Orleans moved to Atlanta?
Hey, Bobby, watch this shit and I'm going to give you the mic back. And I'm going to give all y'all the mic back. I've been living in Las Vegas now for 10 years. Now watch this shit, right? When I was in
flood out there?
no, it ain't flooded recently. But let me say this real quick to what Bobby was saying. I've been living in Vegas now for a decade. And guess what? When I first moved out here, this shit was like a fucking heaven. Nigga, for a single black man, nigga, in Las Vegas, nigga doing it in a bachelor studio apartment right by the strip. I'm talking about I had a Pontiac Grand Am, all white. My nigga. All right, listen, let me just say this. I live my life up, nigga. I have seen some good times in my life, man. And I'm gonna tell you this right here. Vegas, I done had several houses in Vegas, several properties in Vegas.
Hey, and Bobby was there. Bobby was right. Nigga, you already know. Yeah, absolutely. Because common sense rules the day. Look, y'all seen how they talking about the housing market on MSNBC, Fox 10, and all the big ones, right? And how, like, because I've been watching houses in Virginia Beach, but I'm trying to get one by the water, because I like water, right? I like foreign river water, or like, water is food, oh, for sure. Absolutely. And the housing market is going down. So the houses that are like $400,000 that were $150,000 about a decade ago, because I've been watching for about a decade, right?
Because y'all about to flip. I'm sorry to cut you off.
I'm trying to watch the flip. Yeah, but of course, everything's not one about the flip. But now look, Florida, right? Florida. They go down with, Cape Canaveral, all, the Birds Like Your movie, all the things that shout out to the ISS coming out of there. The homie Thunder put out Texas as well. These coastal states are the places where they shoot off all the rocket forces. Because if we go deep into what we're talking about in the areas, but Atlanta, and shout out to the Chase that's in Chicago, because I actually been to one of those for sure. But Atlanta specifically, what we're talking about, right, is the headquarters of music, it's the music agency, and having without, whatever. It's a haven. It's a place of safety for everybody who feels a certain type of way, like a haven, right? And so Atlanta is that. It is a certain type of Sodom and Gomorrah in the way that everything is in Rico. When we look up Rico, right?
Now, I'm not saying I disagree with you, because you're right. But what I'm tripping off of is, how the fuck you know that because you ain't from the South? But you right though, my nigga. I ain't gonna lie, you right. But this man is tripping.
But Sanchez, everywhere in America. But no, I did not know that.
Like, he definitely right. I can't even count. Like, that nigga's right. He's right. Look, let me myself answer that, and then all of y'all.
Y'all can blow this. Now look, here's how I know that, right? I've been in Chicago once, more specifically Chase when everybody was like, yeah, I'm a bitch there. I've been out there since like, I think it was like the year I graduated from high school. We went to the Chase Factory, so yeah. We got new magazines in the neighborhood with dogs. awesome. I love diversity. So diversified them by just mix it up. But that area right there is the programming. Because when you do that, you take away the structure. Like when you talk about the melting pot and certain type of homosexuality endeavors, those who are assigned to this certain type of mindset or energy get paid the most in this realm. Those who fight against it get paid the most in collective in the realm of racism. So that's really what the deep understanding about frequency and vibration is. These vibes, these energies control the mind.
Myself, and I'm here with some real quick, brother. Now check this out. I believe that Atlanta, in real time, we're viewing the creation of another metropolis, another Chicago, another New York, another LA, right? This what people don't understand. The fight in Atlanta right now is all about land and property. When I was living, it's a historical section of Atlanta called Auburn Ave. When I was living in Atlanta, Auburn Ave had one of the oldest barbershops in Atlanta.
Really lived in Atlanta. Go ahead, bro.
No, I lived in Atlanta, bro. Listen to me. This how real it is. It was a Jamaican restaurant called Coco's. I used to eat at all the time right there. I used to go to the Royal Peacock all the time. And it was a little Jamaican record store my man Freezer used to own that I used to go in all the time. They tore all that shit down. Even that historical black barbershop where Martin Luther King used to get his haircut. They cut all that shit down. And guess what though? When you look at Magic City, it ain't that these strip club places that's black owned. It is the violence, but it's also, that's prime property. Everything over there by Magic City, including that ragged ass Greyhound station about to go, bro. They finna tear all that shit down and make it pristine.
Hey, why do they call it Magic City?
Hell no.
What's so special about the term magic?
Let me tell y'all something real quick. Let me tell y'all some real shit real quick. Nigga, this shit go all the way back to slavery. They call Atlanta Magic City, and they call Birmingham, Alabama, Miracle City.
Miracle City.
Miracle City. Now watch how crazy this is, right? During the time of the steel industry, the South and Pittsburgh, listen, everything from Pittsburgh to Virginia, all of these southern states, listen, when the steel industry was booming, we were the metro cities of the time. I can't make this up. During the time of the, listen, this is some shit, y'all research what I'm saying, watch what I'm telling you.
And Sanchez, guess what else? Yeah. St. Louis was like number one cities in America during that time too.
Bro, the steel industry, listen.
Are you kidding me?
My city, Bessemer, is named after one of the top 3 steel tycoons in the world. His name, Henry Bessemer. Look it up. That's the city I'm from. Nigga, it's a whole coal mine that ran through my city, 1,000 feet under the ground. It can be the height of the summer when you stand in front of that bitch. It feel like an air conditioner. You knew if you fell in there, you was finna go down 1,000 feet. This was in my grandma's backyard. The name of my city named after one of the biggest steel tycoons in America. Bessemer, go look it up. And he was on purpose. And he was rivaling Pittsburgh Steelers. My city and Pittsburgh were like 1 and 2, going neck to neck like that. So what
Steel City.
Right. What I'm telling y'all is this right here. What city is running shit in the world changes based upon what resources being exploited at the time.
But New York City is operating all the money through the Wall Street.
Atlanta is the busiest airport in the entire country, so that means it's the traffic hub for the whole country, so for our business.
Atlanta, one of the only cities that got a lot of old black men. I'm telling you, they finna start taking away from these black owners like
what's black money if they take away the money?
But I'm saying, you know, that's another story. But what I'm saying is like, y'all just hear Bishop in his own. This other local track, this Rebel Ruck on Counter Road, he got his own streets, his own Trumbull. All these people, they own streets and funeral homes and burial sites, and they got all kinds of shit. There's a lot of old black men in Atlanta. And I think these people are trying to incorporate, you know what I'm saying, these corporations come in and take over this stuff. I grew up in Kirkwood where Future was at. Never in a million years I thought I'd see a white person walking through Kirkwood. Now it's rejection on fire and all type of stuff, and they got houses in the middle of the city of Atlanta in the ghetto that's millions of dollars. You know what I'm saying? And they cleaning it up like y'all say. Yeah, you know what I mean. I'm high. But they cleaning up Atlanta, but I don't think nothing's going nowhere, bro. I think they just gonna make it a corporation. It's like, you know, this who finna own this and this who finna own this. It's not gonna be an older black man named another club down to his son. Because his son is
let me ask you a question. Hold on, wait. Let me ask T-Rock a question. Because I'm gonna tell y'all some real shit. I was buying my weed off the street. Now check this out. On the streets, your shit don't got a THC percentage, and you don't know if you're in bullshit or not. And you going in areas what's violent. Now just hear me out and see where I'm going. In Vegas, the fucking state got involved and made and legalized it like Cali. And now we got dispensaries everywhere with armed security guards. They got credit on your shit, what's in it, everything, and a percentage. And guess what?
Damn, did that.
It's so hard to sell weed on the street. You can't compete with the government. You can't compete with the government because it's like the violence do play a part, man. It play a part. We can't throw that off. As niggas, we like to throw that off a lot.
It changes things.
Yeah. But violence play a part. But you know where that come from? You know where that come from? That wanna be down. That like, you know what I'm saying? Like when the little YSL member got shot in Magic City. If your security guards went with all that wanna be down ass shit, that's where black people mess up. Because if I had a legitimate business, and I know how serious Mr. Magic is, I seen him fire a girl over her weight, like how Sam Rothstein was on Casino, back there weighing girls, like baby, you get too heavy.
That's Bernie Mac and Jamie Foxx. That's what that movie's about. That was so serious.
So he take this serious. So it's like, why you not serious with your security? You got these wannabe down there security guards that's allowing people to get weapons and all that type of stuff. If these corporations get this stuff, they're not gonna run it like that. You will see an AD officer out there, and that's who's gonna be checking the doors and checking the cars.
That's just like the model industry. I was just gonna say, as far as bosses checking how the models look, that's how that model industry look anyway. You know what I'm saying? We done seen that on America's Top Model to even just your general
Trump and universe of whatever the competition is for the biggest jump, right? Is what's the women's jump, right?
Yeah.
Competition. Miss Universe and Miss America, right?
Miss America. Minus the
Thank you. He controls one of them, right? All the way completely. And remember the whole scandal, but
Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah, no, not Jeffrey Epstein. He won't that.
He was a part of it. No, that's true.
But yeah,
Jeffrey Epstein.
You went to one of those Jeffrey Epstein parties for sure, but no, allegedly. But
Brother Tucker is from Atlanta and he's church.
Y'all play.
No,
I'm just saying.
Chris
Tucker is from Atlanta and he went to church. And it came out, the motherfucker was going to Jeffrey Epstein bullshit. And out of nowhere, Chris Tucker stopped making movies and he was going to church. Okay? But that's another time.
The man found out.
Yeah, we ain't trying to really get into the celebrity.
This is what I want to know. I'm finna fuck y'all up right now. Then I'm finna change the poll vote. I said, do you agree with whoever said, man, you're after Mike, man. Go ahead, get it out.
Hold on. With all due respect, bro Sanchez, I just want to bring I want to bring a different element to this little money thing and the land ownership, right? So we look at land ownership, and then you got to factor in how all these people people in America are complaining about people who are receiving government assistance. Now, let's factor in that, let's say, for instance, the Section 8 bill, which is a part of some shit that's in like the Bill of Rights or some type of amendment or something crazy. These people own certain land in certain places, and they are determining what they are willing to pay for said land. Who's to say, but who's to say that these people aren't appreciating and depreciating the value when they like to bring in these new corporations to buy the land as a whole?
They do, brother.
You said something. You said something. Listen. Y'all sleeping on Thinker Heights. When he came on here, I'm telling you, listen what he's saying, man. Because you talking about some sort of controlled form of gentrification. To where, nigga, if we don't got it, it failed. And when we got it, it succeeded. How?
Who made the rules, though? All Democratic. Who made the rules?
Yeah, how?
Who made the rules? That's what the purpose of crime is.
No, listen.
Who made the rules?
But listen, but before we go to the rules, answer this for me. How when they get it, it failed, and when we got it, listen. How when they get it, it succeeds, and when we get it, it failed, and I'm not
the
there.
same land.
Come on,
who made the rules?
Come on.
Listen,
Hey, hold on, let Madon go to with y'all. Go ahead, y'all. But let Madon get it out. He's saying something that's reasonable. Go ahead, Madon. Bill on it, Bobby.
No doubt. Please speak to the chat, man. I've been, I've tried to jump in, but I've been kind of working. But what I was gonna say was, when you look at them, they're organized, man. They structured. A management system. They bow down to it. And we kind of joke around with it when we work as a black group. You know, have some people on there, we think we can get away with shit just because, oh, he black like me. But no, they strict with their rules and their management. That's all I want to say.
Hey, Madon, they more militant than us. Just like in the mob. Yeah, in the mob, stealing to get your fingers chopped off. So guess what? Who want to steal now?
That's the wrong way. You gotta stop your own pinky off. There's a club down here that's owned by the mob and them. I know this dude, right? He tried to spend some counterfeit money in a strip club called Shooter's Alley down here outside of Atlanta. And when the owners came out and got on his ass, it was all Italian. It wasn't no black people. We ain't never heard them trying to shut that club down not one time. They don't have no problems at that club.
And see, that's what one of the bigger differences is when it comes to the business as far as Miami and South Florida go. It ain't just black businesses down there. You got all kind of people invested in the real estate, into the property, and what's going on. What you say, me, myself?
It's ownership too. Look at what y'all talking about, though. Y'all talking about the level of ownership that they allow you in this corporation, right? In Atlanta, places where you see. No, but listen, we know this is a corporation, but like in Atlanta, right? The places where you see like the white strip clubs and shit like that, the more diversified ones, they tend to be in nicer neighborhoods, the Buckhead, the Sandy Springs, the shit like that. And they don't get shut down because the clientele.
You broke out a little bit. Bobby broke out.
But listen, it's still stereotypical because that's why 2 Chainz is up. But you think 2 Chainz ain't made no money off Escobar? 2 Chainz shit is nice. It's food good. It's a good atmosphere. Nobody be fighting, arguing, shooting shit. 2 Chainz shit is nice. So why
where's that though?
It's on Peter Street. It's downtown Atlanta. But why is he being attacked in the midst of all this? He had no business after his club.
It's because they black and they spoke out, just like Killer Mike.
Exactly.
He spoke out. He made himself the face of everything when he created that.
It's about a monopoly. We finna take
And not only that, I'm finna tell you this too, brother. that's a horrible location to put a strip club in Atlanta. You know, Peter Street downtown and all that shit. You know, a strip club don't even fit in with the ambiance of everything that's going on down there. So it's kind of like being
it's not a strip club though. It's a bar. It's like a hookah lounge. It's not a strip club. Escobar, it's a bar. Yeah, it's nice.
Okay, but then shit. All I can say is his image. You know, the places where we frequent. I can't speak to 2 Chainz spot because I never been. But when you look at like Magic City,
bruh.
Stop. And I'm gonna let you get the mic back, Bob, and I'm gonna mute everybody else. But I don't think y'all listen. I want this shit to get caught tonight. We playing with each other. I'm finna put a little gasoline on the fire, and I'm gonna give you all the mic back. Let's not bullshit.
I'm about to disagree with Bobby on that one, dog.
We got to do this. Because listen, both sides making good arguments. I'm lying. I'm sorry. I'm gonna fall back, but I don't think they making a good.
I got you, Sanchez. I got you.
What I'm saying real quick. Right, let me tell y'all. But y'all got to quit bullshit because guess what? You got one side saying we ain't doing nothing wrong because you ain't shutting Lenny's Mall down. Exactly. And I'm saying Lenny's Mall ain't promoting no your name Killer Mike, nigga. Come on, y'all, give each other the smoke. Let's go with the smoke.
Here's what I'm saying, Sanchez. The image matters, right? Because listen, 2 Chainz brings it brings a certain ambiance. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. All that shit brings a certain ambiance. They not gonna allow it in the place.
Niggas been shot at Lennox. Niggas been shot at Lennox.
Yes, niggas have been shot at Lennox, and guess what? The ambiance of Lennox has changed from 2003 to now. Now Lennox is the police mall.
No, Lennox is the police
I just been to Lennox within a year ago, and it is a ghetto mall. Nigga, listen, let me tell you something. When I was coming up in the South, there was a group from Atlanta called Coed. They said, I want to take you to Parisian on a way to Lennox Mall. Guess what, nigga? Coed is a popular group out of Atlanta. They sung about Lennox Mall. When I went to Lennox Mall as a teenager, I'm 37, going to be 38. When I went to Lennox Mall, I was a teenager, and that shit was considered a ghetto-ass mall. It was an upscale ghetto mall. Not your ordinary ghetto. Wait. We saying, listen, it's a difference between ghetto and ghetto family. This was considered some ghetto family shit, right?
Yeah, and across the street, First Plaza nice guy.
Nah, what Sanchez said was beautiful because don't nobody.
No, he's right. Sanchez is right, but I'm saying across the street in First Plaza.
Damn!
That's where the real rich people go.
That's cool.